What's up, y'all? So I'm down here today, so I just picked up a Jeep. This is a personal vehicle, but I've got a pretty significant transmission fluid leak coming from the pan gasket that's been kind of hosing the case here. So we're gonna do this hopefully without jacking it up, but we may jack this up. The kit that I got from AutoZone ended up coming with 2 gaskets. So just little by little here, we're going to pull these bolts out, but I'm just going to start working along the side of the pan here. And no, I'm not going to impact these in like a dummy, so. I already smell it, so. I just noticed this right after that I did a video on this same Jeep when I worked on it for a customer, and somebody came back down here and drained the oil and cross-threaded the drain plug back in. Oh great, so not only is there a rear main seal leak on this thing, but somebody screwed with the bolt down here. So we're going to be getting a new pan, a new gasket, a new plug, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. But this is for the 42RE, I believe it is. It's the 4x4. Try to see if I can see a case number here, but maybe it's on the other side. Pretty sure it's a 42RE, but it's a 4x4 of the Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. So how fun, right? So personal car day here. That's how it goes. So hopefully it's I'm gonna catch everything, take a look at what we got here, but I didn't pick up any fluid today, so I may just and these come with no plug, by the way. These have no drain plug on them, so they do, so just a heads up. We need to kind of stick these bolts in here. Well, that drain, still got to open up the case a little bit here, so someone just arrived. They're about to start dripping here. I'm gonna drop one more of these loose here. Not too much. I know that these, so the transmissions themselves call for about 14 quarts, but a drain and fill is about 4. So just a heads up. Our back bolt's out. Moving fluid a bit more here, so we're gonna let this drain for a little while. So we got a drain. I think it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like it's burnt, but the pan is just dirty. So I'll probably clean up this pan and take my time on this one. But as you can see, got a melted freaking clip and harness there. It looks like it's zip tied. How great! So I'm going to be doing an overhaul on this car and kind of teaching you guys how to work on the Jeep. At least this one's a crossover series, so it's a 2000. I'm going to shoot this corner part out here. This doesn't take too long, by the way. It's really quite an easy job. Only thing I would have asked for is a drain plug. It's not that bad of a job. So, and it's like 5 in the afternoon. It might hit nightfall while I'm doing it. I don't really care. There's pizza inside. I'm sure I'm going to be tempted, but whatever. there's one hanger that sits in the way here. 14 on a flex head, long Pittsburgh ratchet. See if we can pull, slide this out. We're home free. That room. Now we got this. So drop pan lower right into our drain bin here. So I can't really touch the camera on this one. So there's a way to do this with the least amount of mess possible. Yeah, this transmission fluid doesn't look too bad at all. Here's the still in there. Okay. I don't see much shavings in there, so this transmission's in really good shape. I'm happy about that. Looking at Torx bolts, 2 of them, alright? I'm probably just going to put new fluid in it. I ain't going to screw around. I thought about reusing it because it was just rebuilt, but... So, cleaned it out. It really wasn't that bad. There was some really bad around the magnet, but that was about it. The fluid was pretty clear. So obviously I had some wear on it, this and that, but we're ain't that bad. So I think this is a T25. And I was right, dog. It is a T25. So, okay, got one loose. Oh, sorry, I got a freaking... I got the stupid ratchet on here. No, it's flex head, so it'll help. So I'm gonna put these in pretty tight. One bolt. This one came out of here. I think they're the same size, but we're not gonna take any chances. So we'll set this one. This one went closer to the front of the vehicle, so I'm gonna set it up front. I'm a stickler about it, and it's probably the same size bowl. I can't remember. So I think some new transmission fluid is warranted here. Even though it was just done not too long ago, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just that type of dude. So, and if this camera drops, I'm screwed because it's dropping right into the depths of transmission fluid. So, I'm hoping and praying I'm not making any sudden moves. At least not to the camera. So, okay. We got our bolt. We will measure that for size to make sure that's the same size. Might as well just dump it in here because we're not really doing anything with it. So there it goes. Leave it in there for now. That's what you'll notice. Got your magnet cleaned up and back in there. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. I'm old. Comes with 2 gaskets. So we're going to see which one fits in. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So let's see. It runs a tight corner on that side versus the rest of it doesn't seem to. So this looks like it's going to fit for us. Awesome. So, got our filter. Boom, boom. So, I'm going to drop this in there really quick. Well, coming with me. This gasket, whatever. Solution. Switch out my gum. No littering, by the way. I don't believe in that. Dude, one thing I will say is what I enjoyed about quitting smoking is you don't have to worry about smoking cigarettes or cigars with transmission fluid on them. Sorry, but that was the perk for me. I really didn't have to worry about that. So the first bolt hole is what you're going to line up first. There's a cork gasket on the other side of this. You do not want to screw up or you're French toast, dog. That's how it is. So don't screw that cork gasket up. Okay, we got it threaded a little bit so it'll hang. I'll make sure that one's in. The second one's kind of blind for me here, so. I'm just gonna snug them up and don't freaking bust them. Don't snap the stupid heads off them like a dumbass. That's why I don't impact anything in. I've known people that do that. Oh, shoot it in and there you go. What do you know? The freaking head's rashed off of it. Use a torque wrench when you can. Something like this. Just snug it up with a ratchet, man. Come on. It's a good transmission. It shifts really good, but I just noticed it was like, something's off. Like it's a little low on fluid or something from when I first got it, so I think you probably dumped a bunch of fluid into it and just offed it. But we're gonna put the pan back on. This one might be kind of tricky, so we're gonna do it from the other side. So I'll probably slap your back on that side of the frame rail. Dusty closet here. What do we got? No, that's water pump thermostat out here. Screw it. Oh, RVT black. So use a little bit of ultra on it. You can shoot them out, but don't shoot them in, or you're gonna end up screwed. Just my advice, dude. I've seen it a million times where somebody calls you for an oil pan. I impacted these in, and you're looking at them like, really, dude? Like seriously? I've known some mobile mechanics that have done that before. One of them that RVT'd a pan in with no bolts because he fucking rashed them off. Oh, sorry for the language. Okay, so I don't know if I got a place to set this, so here's how we're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna go run a bead here, just a small bead to set it in place. So kind of see where that is. Across here. Once again, I don't really like using RVT. This is just to set the gasket in place while I'm installing it. So RVT'd it a little bit just to keep the gasket from shifting. I'll start installing the pan here, so we gotta get ourselves in position. What I mean by that, put your pan up there, nut bolts there. Get our pan ready. Make sure the magnet's in place. Before you install, double check your magnet. Okay, ratchet's good to go. I'm not using that, whatever. Okay, baby, here we go. Need to pick this up and get it underneath there, like that. Okay, right there. So what we're gonna do is push our bolts up in there first, up through the gasket, so we can seat it. Already pressed through. That's probably going to be your best way. Socket extension, 13mm. Snug that freaking bolts in there first. So once you get one of them snugged in like this, at least put a couple of threads in there, and don't freaking cross thread it. That's my other thing. Don't cross thread any bolts. It's not smart. You're gonna be pissed. Don't do it. Okay. Once you get a couple bolts in here, it goes way quick. So I recommend putting the second one in first. The reason is because if you do it that way, you can make sure you're not cross-threading your first bolt easier. Back it out. It's just a smart way to do it. Even if you just put a little bit of thread in there to get the first one, you can sneak the other ones in there. So it's really not bad. Okay, so the gasket may shift on you just a little bit. If it does, you can use a pick or a screwdriver to straighten it out. That's one way to do it. So you can see kind of, you check your holes. You still got the gasket lined up, but you can pull from this side a little bit. I use a pick generally and just kind of push a little bit, but we're pretty much in there. So we're gonna go around this side here. Oh man, and see, we've got this lined up. Our gasket's pushed out a little bit. So this side, so there's your hole lined up right there. Snaggle it a little bit, get it in. Mind you, I don't use RVT, but if you use it to line it up, I don't think there's a problem with that. I just don't like it. I don't mind using it on, you know, other applications, this and that, but for some reason pans are just, I'm not a big fan. A lot of people's peanut butter sandwich thing, not really my thing. I'm more one of those that just have to do it. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to lower end. I know it sounds weird, but be smart. Be smart, be smart, be smart. So I'm probably going to get another extension here. This is kind of crappy. Okay, we're up in there. Okay, got one in there. Grabbing bolts here, so sneak a torque wrench under here in a second. So we're gonna finish up with a torque wrench here, but got these all the way in. Looks good, looks good. So okay, y'all, so it's dark outside. Just gonna show you something really quick. I finished up down here today. Pan's all good to go. When it comes to this bolt up here, slip your mount up over and you're gonna do the exact reverse order. So you'll pretty much put your 14 socket and your long neck flex head on there and just turn it in really quick. That was the last part. I already refilled with new transmission fluid. Runs really good, no slips, no leaks. So we're pretty much finished up here. Got everything done, pan's cleaned up, good to go. Peace out.